There is nothing more frustrating than an engine that decides not to start or stutters right when you need it most, especially when it is caused by a signal that comes and goes like a ghost in the machine. That is exactly what you're dealing with when you see the code P2287, which points to an intermittent problem in your injector control pressure or ACP sensor circuit. This little sensor is absolutely vital because it tells the PCM exactly how much pressure is in the fuel rail, so it can perfectly time the injectors and deliver the right amount of fuel for whatever load you are putting on the engine. This code is a common headache for owners of Ford F250 and F350 trucks with a 6.0-liter Power Stroke engine, and you can usually find that sensor tucked down below the turbocharger on the driver's side. If your check engine light is glowing and you are noticing low fuel or oil pressure, or if the truck is just refusing to fire up, this is likely your culprit. While it might seem moderate at first, leaving this alone can lead to some nasty internal engine damage, so you want to jump on it quickly. The very first thing you should do, and I cannot stress this enough, is check your oil and fuel level, because if those are low, the sensor is going to go haywire trying to read a pressure that isn't there. Once you have ruled out the basics, take a close look at the wiring harness for any signs of rubbing, bare wires, or those dreaded burn spots. Check the connectors for any green corrosion or pins that have backed out of the plastic housing. Since this is an intermittent code, it might be a loose ground strap or a faulty fuse link causing the signal to drop in and out. If you want to get technical, grab your DVOM and check for that 5-volt reference signal coming from the PCM. If the wiring and the voltage look perfect, but the problem persists, you might be looking at a failing ACP sensor or, in worse cases, a failing fuel or oil pump. A classic mistake people make is rushing to buy a new sensor or pump when the whole issue was just a frayed wire touching the frame. Take your time to test for continuity and resistance, aiming for 0 ohms, and make sure those ground straps are tight and clean before you start throwing expensive parts at the problem.